January 20th is coming up, which marks Martin Luther King Day, a day to celebrate the many contributions of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., not the least of which being his iconic I Have a Dream speech. And this is a point I think that's worth noting. That speech is around 17 minutes long, although for many folks, maybe with a skin tone similar to my own, there only seems to be about 2 minutes towards the end that they find inspiring. And to be sure, I have a dream that my four little children will be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, is a beautiful vision of the future of this country and what it can be. For those who might use those words to promote colorblindness and apathy towards the racial divide in America, remember that these quotes also came from the same speech.
America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds. Those who hope that the Negro needed to blow off steam and will now be content will have a rude awakening if the nation returns to business as usual. We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality. We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro's basic mobility is from a smaller ghetto to a larger one.
So if none of those parts sound familiar to you, do yourself a favor and listen to the speech in its entirety. It's one of the best speeches ever written, and it's certainly worth 17 minutes of your time. So maybe next time you're tempted to use the words of the speech to try and quell the continued fight for racial justice, you might remember.
We have also come to this hallowed spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children.